Hello YouTube. So a couple of years ago, my addiction to purchasing stuff on AliExpress and Banggood sort of came to a head when my wife basically threatened bodily harm if any more items come in the mail from either of those two companies. So needless to say, I had to be a little bit more discreet on my purchases and a little bit more selective on what I was willing to risk bodily harm on purchasing. So that takes me to this most recent purchase, which is the Baseus, I apologize if I said that wrong, but the Baseus in-auto self-contained pressure washer system. Now what this is a lithium-ion powered pressure washer that charges with a USB-C cable. It comes with a full kit including various nozzles, a siphon hose, an actual bucket to put your water and cleaning chemicals in, and it really seemed like a neat idea, neat design. Now, I have seen this locally with drill style battery packs, but they didn't really seem to entice me enough to want to give it a try. This, however, did. Now, I purchased this for about $100 from Banggood. I will tell you what the actual model number is. It's the Baseus CRDDSQ-01. It's a 5-volt, 0.7 MPa car washer. They say it's a high-pressure car washer, and we're going to see what comes in the box. So first impressions of the package itself is I got pretty beat up during transit. I ordered it on January 7th, and it just showed up about a week ago. But no real wow factor. Okay, so first, built into the box is installation instructions, which are fairly straightforward. It says, combine the parts in 3 different Pictionaries on how to do that. Not a very appealing first impression. Now it does feel, the pressure washer itself feels solid yet kind of awkward. I'm not sure if this is a magnetic button or not, like a magnetic switch, but it feels pretty cheap. It does come fully charged. And it does appear that the battery is removable. So the battery is removable, and it does have the USB-C connector built right into the battery, so I guess that's how you charge it. Let's see what else is in this box. This must be the foldable bucket. That's kind of a cool design. So it's a thick nylon bucket that kind of twists closed, and inside it's lined with feels like a fairly heavy-duty plastic liner. What else do we have in here? We have the siphon hose itself, and the siphon hose has a strainer on one end and a quick connect on the other. Now it does appear that this quick connect is a fairly standard one, so something that you'd probably be able to get at like a Walmart or a TSC or something like that. If that's the case, you should be able to hook this directly up to a hose as well in the summertime and not just rely on a bucket. Comes with a chemical or a soap sprayer. It comes with a multi-nozzle. One. Comes with a USB cable. Some light instructions. And I guess this is the main wand, which you can adjust by holding the end and twisting. So let's put this together here. Feels like I'm going to break something by twisting the locket into place. So it should fit into place and be twisted clockwise. There we go. There's a little bit of a click or a snap, and now it's firmly in place. So that connection does feel actually incredibly solid. The battery back in. It's hard to kind of get this to line up properly. Let's make sure I'm doing this right here. So there is a lock indicator on the battery itself. It's a little down arrow, and on the back of the power washer itself, there's a lock and an unlock. So you should just be able to line that arrow up with the lock, and then twist it to the with the unlock and twist it to the lock, which I just did. And now we're ready to go. It doesn't feel as awkward now that you have the nozzle attached. So I'm gonna fill the bucket up with water, head outside, and see what this thing can do. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to hook up the soap attachment to the pressure washer. I'm going to suds down the machine, and then I'm going to switch through the other various attachments to see how they work. Now there is a little bit of mud on it, not a ton, but enough to just get a general sense on how well or how effective this pressure washer will be on day-to-day cleaning items. First impression on the bucket. I filled it up completely. Surprisingly, it's holding water and it feels incredibly steady, so let's give it a try and see how it goes. Okay, so one of the first issues I'm noticing here with the strainer is that it's buoyant, and that is really not a good thing if you want to keep pressure washing. Because as you could see, when I was putting the soaps on the machine, every time that this lost even a little bit of prime, it floated to the top. You had to resubmerge it. So this really needs a counterweight on it. Probably like 50 or 100 grams, just to keep it down at the bottom and not buoyant. So right now it's lost its prime. Gotta wait hopefully for all the air to come out. So what are my final thoughts on this Baseus pressure washer? Well, it shouldn't really be called a pressure washer at all because it really doesn't put out any more discernible power than a standard hose with a simple nozzle on the end of it. It's incredibly disappointing. It does cause more grief than good unless you're in a tight predicament where what you're trying to wash has no access to a hose, has no access to a standard pressure washer. You're really not ahead of this device. Now, to suds up a standard size car, you're looking at about 2 of those buckets just to get enough suds through the machine to cover the entire car. Next, when you go to start pressure washing, the best adapter for pressure washing, for removing dirt and grime, is this longer nozzle at the most open settings, which is going to be the smallest diameter stream coming from the gun. Now, like I said, it really does not produce any more power than a standard hose with a standard nozzle that you can get for about $10 from your local hardware store. So, regular size car, I would say you're looking at least 20 to 25 minutes to clean it. And that includes having to go back to your water source and refill the bucket, because this thing does go through water like crazy. That bucket is not enough. As far as battery life is concerned, for the time that I used it, it went down about 1 bar. The second bar is now flashing. If I was able to return it, I would, because this is definitely not worth the $100 price tag. And I would suggest holding off maybe for a couple years until these things mature a bit more and come with significantly more power. So I apologize to those who have ordered this like me. It's a disappointing purchase, but hopefully I've been able to ward some of you guys off from making the purchase and wasting a bunch of hard-earned money. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I hope to do a couple more in the next few months. And stay safe and healthy. Thank you.